Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Crafty Chemist Designs. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well on this fine Sunday afternoon. Let me take a moment to share this to the group. While I'm doing that, why don't you tell me what you did today or this weekend? Okay, I just shared that to the group. It's posting. Okay, perfect. Today I went to the Travel and Adventure Show at the Rosemont Convention Center with Jean and Jess and her mom. We had a good time. Let me take a moment to tag people. Okay, it's taking me a moment to get there. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dee. Okay, there we go. I have the camera up pretty high today so you could see the whole layout, so it's hard for me to see who's joining. Hi, Don. So we went to the Travel and Adventure Show and got a lot of brochures, a lot of ideas of places we want to go. We're looking at Oklahoma and Wyoming and Kentucky. There's some of the people who had hard sells that were pretty good. We saw there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken Museum. We got info about the Quilt Museum in Kentucky. What else? There was so much stuff. I mean, I got a whole bag full of brochures. You crafted all weekend? That's great. And your granddaughter's in weightlifting? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. What event does she do? There's different ones, I think, right? Okay, so today we're going to make a scrapbook layout. I'm going to be using the Hobby Haven paper, but you can make this layout with any paper. So grab some paper. You do need 2 sheets of this pattern paper and then some coordinating cardstock and some ephemera, and you are good to go. So get that out while I get ready. Dawn, you went to the KFC museum? Oh, that's amazing. We were like, wow. They even had like this little crocheted Colonel Sanders. It was so cute. Yeah, but the Kentucky Fried Chicken Museum kind of sold us. I also got a brochure about Red Wing because we do go through Red Wing when we drive to Minnesota. If I have time. If I have time, I go up the river. Like a nice view. If I'm going fast, I just go up 94, but if we go up the long way, we go through Red Wing, so we saw that, and we got a brochure on Stillwater. They had a lot of fun things to do in Stillwater. Yeah, the Quilt Museum is high on my list. Everybody in my Quilt Guild talks about it. They just talk about it like it's, like everybody's been there, and oh, when we go to Paducah, this or that, you know. So I really wanted to go one of these days. Okay, so let's talk about this set. I made this page specifically for my granddaughter. Because she has an evening skincare routine. I did buy her a one of those bathroom, I don't know what you call them, like the little trolleys. Like if you were in college and you had to walk down to the bathroom down the hall and you brought your little container that had shampoo and soap and all that. Well, I bought her one of those and some kids' face lotion, some kids' face cleanser, one of these rolly ball things, these things here, I don't know what they're called, like a jade roller. I bought her a jade roller, and she does that every night. So I made this one specifically for her. But there's so much hobby stuff in this paper. It's so fun. I think today I might make a kitchen one, but I'm not sure. Let's look at some of the, I've made so many things from this, so it's a little bit messed up, but I'm thinking about using this paper. So they've got a whole thing on like kitchen, cooking and kitchen stuff. So cute. And then the back is this green, kind of funky plaid. Yeah, bath caddy. I bought her a bath caddy. Okay, I think that's the one I'm going to use, but for all of my book girlies, and I have cut out some of these for my cards that I'm making next week, but some really cute book paper with the lamp and the books, glasses, and some flowers. So cute. And then the back is cute. They're basically just random kind of splotches. So far we've seen spa, we've seen kitchen, we've seen the books, and the backs are all really nice, kind of all over prints. Let's see. Oh, here's a full one of that, so you can get a good idea about it. Let's see. Oh, this one is a favorite of mine, and I'm not sure if I have a whole piece or not. This is kind of like, I'm calling this like the living room set. I did obviously cut some out for, well, I'll show you. I made this card. This is next week what we're going to be making. So I cut that out. Let's see if I have a full sheet down in the stack someplace, but you got to get the idea. So this is like the living room, and then the back is this Petal Pink check. I'd call it check. And then there's this one. I do have two of these, I think. Sewing. I could do a sewing one today. Maybe I'll take a vote. Should I do sewing or should I do the kitchen? Vote. And as I finish looking at this, I will decide. So sewing, there's also like some cross stitch, and look, there's yarn. So this is kind of like fiber arts, I would call it fiber arts. There's even like embroidery floss. I guess that goes with that. Oh, look at the spools of thread and a little tomato needle thing. Oh, they've got some rickrack. That's cute. And of course a sewing machine and an iron. Oh, knitting needles. Oh, they've got 2 different sewing machines. They've got a pink one too. And I love these patterns. I didn't realize that those are supposed to be patterns. I actually used that on the spa thing. I don't know. Safety pins, those are cute. So, and then the back is this, like Lost Lagoon and Pool Party random splotches. So again, just like a nice neutral background. Here's, I did find a full sheet of the living room set. I don't know, maybe decor or plant. This could be a plant people hobby. So if your hobby is plants. And then there are these sheets that are the punch outs. And I've already punched a lot out, but so a lot of nice ephemera that this is what I use for this. I just use the ephemera. So you've got sewing, you've got the little mannequin, and then the sewing machine, coffee cup, mixers, some plants, books. There's even a camera, but I didn't notice that there was a camera in any of the other papers. So did anybody notice if there was a camera in any of the papers? I'm going to go back and look. I was hoping there'd be like camera paper, but there's not. So it's not in the sewing, it's not in the plants in the living room. It's not in the books. I guess you could put it with the books. And then the kitchen. But I guess it has different things on these than what they have on the papers, because there's also this art, and I don't remember the art and the easel being part of it. Oh, they've got a little espresso maker. Okay, Julie and Diana say sewing. Okay. Okay, so far sewing is winning, which I can put some of my quilts and things on there. So there's actually, I think there 3 sheets of this. I think there's 3 sheets of this. And then there's also some tags and little things like this. So a lot of fun stuff to play with. And I'm going to be using it today for the scrapbooking. Well, you can see here I fussy cut this out. Let's see. But as we'll see next week, I'm also using them in my cards. So this is what I'm making next week. So I just use all those ephemera in my cards. This is a really nice set if you like the scrapbook but don't want to stamp. You know, you don't want to stamp on your pages, and you don't, you know, we don't have sticker sheets with a lot of these suites. So this ephemera is really amazing. Yeah, now I have to go to the quilting museum. Well, you know, I think I've told this story back in the day, in probably the early 2000s, like right when we moved to Chicago here. We went regularly to the scrapbook store in Libertyville that they had like a whole wall of like those roller things of all the Mrs. Grossman stickers. Well, one time I bought this sheet of stickers that had like famous destinations. So there was like the Golden Gate Bridge. There was, I don't know, maybe the Eiffel Tower. There were just different things, and I ended up using all of them, except there was a Mount Rushmore sticker, and I saved that sticker And I was like, someday I'm going to go to Mount Rushmore and use this sticker. Like, I'm just going to Mount Rushmore just so I can use this stupid sticker that was from this sheet. And we did end up going to Mount Rushmore. So if I make the sewing, that means I'm going to have to go to the quilt museum. Hold me to it, because this summer is starting to fill up, so it might have to be next summer. Okay, so I think we voted sewing. Let's find the sewing paper. I pulled out some cardstock, so I hope that it was going to go with the sewing. I pulled out the cardstock for the kitchen, but I think I can make it work with this. Okay. Okay, this is the cardstock I pulled out. So I think I can use, the Petal Pink and the Cajun Craze. And I think I can use Pool Party for the strip across. Okay, I think we can do it. So let's work on the left-hand page first. And I don't have a cute title. You guys think of a cute title, because I had titles for the kitchen. I had like Making Memories, just different things. So come up with a cute sewing title as I'm doing this. Okay, so I'll use a Petal Pink base, just like on that page. Actually, I'm gonna stick this down a little bit. Okay, so what are our paper sizes? I have it written down here. Okay, so this piece is 3 inches by 12. So I think I decided I'm doing the Cajun Craze. So let's cut this 3 by 12. Okay, yep, it just seems smaller. So 3 by 12. This piece here, the pattern paper, is 6 by 8. Okay. So let's cut this 6 inches. So it's 6 inches this way. And then 8 inches tall. Okay, so I've got this piece. This piece here I think I use Secret C. I'm going to use the Pool Party. So this is 1 inch by 12. And then this piece is 1/2 by 8. And I think I used crumb cake there. How does this one look? Or should I go get crumb cake? Let's see. I think I can use this. So it's 1/2 inch by 8. Okay, and then we need the mats for this, and these are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so I'll cut 3 of them for this. Okay, and then we've got almost everything cut. I think I'm going to do all of the base page and then we'll do the ephemera. And I'll talk about why maybe in a minute. Okay, so let's start with this 3 by 12 inch piece. I'm using Cajun Craze. Okay, and now the 1 by 12 inch piece, which I'm using the Pool Party. Okay, and I butt that right up to there. Okay, now let's do, this should be fitting perfectly on there, 6 inch by 8. Okay, put it right up against that corner there. Perfect. Love it. And now let's do the small piece, 1/2 inch by 8. I'm getting a little better with my A2G that I can go on these small ones, although I went over the edge there. Okay, let's put that right up against here to give it a little bit of a finished edge. Okay, now let's place our squares. Something like that. I'm going to put it at about 4 1/2 inches up. And you can kind of place these around if you want certain things to show, I guess. I wasn't very particular about how I cut it. I didn't fussy cut. There we go. I guess if you wanted to, you probably could have put the Cajun Craze here and then made the strip be the pattern paper if you wanted to see more of the paper. You could do that too. Because I do think that with some of these bigger images, they're getting a little bit lost. Okay, one more. Okay, there we go. And I do have some photo squares, although I'm getting low on my 3x3s. I'm gonna have to send a comment to Stampin' Up to sell these in bulk. Yes, I do have stamps. The problem is I don't like to waste white paper, white cardstock on these, because I don't reuse them. I just take them off and throw them away. And if I use like copy paper, I feel it's too thin, but that's what I might have to start doing. Okay, there's the base. Now I'll decorate afterwards, because I'll tell you, I did this one first. I did the whole layout and finished this layout, and then I did the right side and did the whole layout. Well, when I put them together, let's see if I can find. Now I can't find what I did with the. Okay, I don't know what I did with the layout, but I'll just tell you right now. It looks good here. I don't like the position of this once I had the other side. And I didn't realize it until I put them together to take a picture. So let's decorate the whole thing at the end, okay? Piecing it together in stitches in time. Actually, the scrapbook store that I was talking about in Libertyville that we used to go to before it closed down was called A Page in Time. So stitches in time would be cute. Okay, this is the left-hand side. Oh, now I gotta find the other page, because we're doing that one. Or we could just wing it. Oh, I found it. I was looking for the Petal Pinks, and the green was sticking out. Okay. No, look, an embroidery came off at me. Okay, let's put Petal Pink down here. This piece is 3 by 12, and this one is 1 by 12. So let's cut the Cajun Craze 3. Okay, the pool party is 1 inch. And if you're doing this with other paper, let me know. Let me know what suite you're using. And then if you do, post it in the group. The Crafty Chemist presents Stampin' Up on Facebook. I would love to see yours. Okay, now this piece is different size. This piece is 7.5 by 8. So you will need another sheet, because this one we cut at 6. So if you wanted to, keep it to one sheet, you could just put the 6 inches, on this side and go from there if you want to keep it to one sheet. But the page, as I designed it, is 7.5, okay? Because I've got a little bit more pictures here. That is one thing I like about this layout, is there's seven pictures. So this is 7.5 by 8. Okay. And then lastly, we need the 1/2 by 8. And I used the pecan pie. Yeah, I used a pecan pie. 1/2 inch by 8. Okay, and then this time we need 4 pieces that are 3 1/4. I don't think this piece is wide enough. Let me check. No, it's not wide enough. Okay. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Or if you prefer like 4 by 6, you could easily do a 4 by 6 and a 4 by 6 here. The picture sizes are up to you and are dependent on what pictures you want to put on it, but I designed this with the 3 by 3 pictures. Okay, so there's 4 for the pictures. And then I've got a little journal box there. Let me measure. That's not a great ruler. This one is 3 3/4 and 2 1/4. So let's cut this 3 3/4 and 2 1/4. Wait, that was way more than 3 3/4. 3 3/4 and 2 1/4. And then the white paper is, I think I grabbed white paper, hold on. Let me grab some. So you need something 2 inches by 3 1/2. And that's for the journaling block. And I like to put this under here for right now. I like to mark it with pencil lines, just so when I go back to use this page, I know what I was intending for this. Okay, so I'm going to do one every 1/4 inch here. Doesn't have to be perfect, because I do erase these afterwards, but I like to have some guidelines, and I like to remember what I was intending. Okay, so now we're ready to put this one together. This is a real nice and easy layout. Okay, start with a 3 inch piece at the bottom. Okay, and then the 1-inch piece. You put that right up against this. There we go. So you should be right at 4. Take the 7.5 by 8-inch piece and make sure that you've got it the right way. I mean, mine is obvious because it's directional, but if you used paper that was not directional, it's almost a square, but it's not quite because this is 7.5 and then 8. Okay. And now we're going to put this right up against the edge there. Making sure that corner is nice and tight. There we go. And then put this little trim piece. Right up against the edge over here. Okay, now all we have to do is put the picture pieces down. And so I spaced these so that this piece on the side was just into the pattern paper. And then up at about, at the bottom is like 4.5. Okay, so let's glue these down. The colors in this suite are really pretty. I'll read them off to you once I get these down, but there's Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Lost Lagoon, Garden Green, I think Mossy Meadow, and Pecan Pie. That might be all the colors, but I'll look at the back when I'm done. Okay, just like that. Then this one here. Make sure it's straight. So I'm putting this, I think, at about the 8-inch mark. And now this piece is going to go here. And this one I made kind of go into the trim piece. Because this is longer than the squares are. Okay, and now I'll put this on. And this one I will stick all the way down because he's staying. Okay, and I do have photo placeholders. Just notice that these are different styles, but that's okay. They're not staying on the, well, they're going to stay on there until I get to the quilt museum, I guess. There we go. Now let's try and decorate. I think this is an online exclusive. Let me drop the link. Okay. I'm going to look that up real quick. I don't have the catalog down here, but I'm going to look online. There is this whole suite to it. There is a stamp set, which I did not get because it didn't go with what I wanted to do. I'm not seeing it in the catalog listing. It does not have a workshop kit to go with it. It's just the suite or the papers. Yeah, I think it's an online exclusive. Okay. Now let's look at all the pieces. I can cut things out of the paper, you know, if I need to, but there's this little thing, sewing machine. What the pattern? Guess it's supposed to be a pattern. I think we need the pin cushion, don't you? The pin cushion. Oh, I know there was a blue or a pink sewing machine, I think, but maybe it's not on here. I do have my little thing cut out. I could use that. Okay. I think I could put the camera because I always take pictures of my quilts if I want to. And I have been trying to stick to the colors. Like, I wouldn't mind doing the leaves, but there's really no green on here, so I'm not going to do that. I could use this little circle. This is cute. This little thing, just add a filler. Now there are these that we could ink blend if we wanted to. So we can kind of keep that in mind. There's this little thing. It's got the blue. I don't know. This is good too. Okay. I mean, if we get desperate, we could put that. I thought I poured out a coffee cup, but I like this little pink coffee cup better. So I like to just kind of pull all this stuff out and then go from there. Okay, let's see. We got that stuff. And like I said, if we want to, there's still, let's see. We've got this paper. That I can fussy cut, create some things from. Like if I really wanted that pink sewing machine, I could cut that out. Or some yarn or, you know, whatever. Or the iron. Do I have a good iron? All the irons are cut. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, here's one. I could do that. Some yarn. So we got stuff to work with. So let's go ahead. Well, why don't I make the title? Yeah, I do like it too. It's not one that I probably would have done. Oh, I was going to read those to you. Let me read them. So it's Basic Beige, Cajun Craze, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Secret Sea. So we use the Petal Pink, Cajun Craze, Pecan Pie, and oh, I thought Pool Party was in here, but it's Lost Lagoon only. Okay, what do we think? Stitches in Time? Stitches in Time, I think I can fit that there. Okay, I'm gonna move this real quick. I thought about using the stamp positioner to stamp the letters on there, but I just found out that I don't have any good size stamps. So I used the alphabet a la mode. I don't know if those are still available. Let me see if these are still available. Okay, these are still available. I got these as part of the celebration. Okay, so what did we say? Stitches in Time, right? Okay. What I really love about these is that there is more than one of most of the letters. So you don't have to make as many passes through. like I can do stitches real good. I think I have room for in. Stitches in. I think that's all I can fit on there. I picked this set because it's pretty skinny. You can put a lot of letters across in that space. I had some bigger letters, but I didn't want to use those. Okay, let's put these back. So I did stitches in, and I was able to do that in one pass. It goes this way. It's got the numbers with it. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just putting them close to where they should be. Okay, I think that's... Let's make sure we've got them all. S, T, I, T, C-H-E-S, okay, now let's do time. Yeah, that's what I really like about this is they're skinny and you can, you know, put a lot of letters. So T, I, M, E. So this was a nice set. I'm glad I got it. I almost didn't, but it's still available. I am going to do a live this, it's got to be this week, showing you the Stampin' platform because you can get it free this month if you sign up to be a demonstrator. So I wanted to show you what that looked like. I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to be able to I don't have time to demo it. Because truthfully, I need to play with it a little bit because I literally just took it out of the package when I came down to do my live today, so. I don't want to get on here and kind of flub around with it and make it look like it's hard to use. Just because I hadn't used it before. Okay. There we go. We've got the E, the T, and the I. Okay, now let's put our pages out here. Get these off. Stitches in time. I know you probably can't see that because my table is nearly Cajun Craze. That's funny. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's try and space this out a little bit. I ended up having to move my letters on my last one. And if you watch my reel that I did of making the sample, I moved the letters around a couple times to get it to where I liked it. Okay, so this will fit. Okay. Stitches in time. Okay, there we go. Now let's put these down. Usually I start in the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I start with the C. Okay. And this adhesive is somewhat repositionable. So I just don't push it down very hard until I'm like 100% certain. Although I gotta be careful because this is my last roll. I ordered a bulk pack, but I did not receive it yet. I ordered the 6-pack of 3 from Michael's. But I didn't get it yet. Okay. But I figured for this I should be good. I did, for the other one, I did use my, you know, T-square, but I found that I liked it better when I just eyeballed it. So. Stitches was the longest, so we're almost done. Okay, there's stitches. Oh wait, I think it goes this way. Okay. In. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. And you know, a lot of times when I take a picture of it, or if I look down at the replay, I can see that it's like when you look from the top, it looks crooked, but I'll discover that in a little bit. Okay. Really should be a little bit more to the right, but I guess I could move this over a little bit, but I'm not going to because I use the ATG on this, and that's harder to get up. That doesn't have much give, repositionable give. I don't know, now I'm feeling I need to move this over a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now let's think about what we're going to decorate. I definitely want this. I wonder if we want to put something behind it to ground it. We'll put maybe the sewing machine over here. I don't know, maybe we'll put it down here, we'll see. I think I might put this here because it's like the pattern and then the mannequin. What do we think? Well, we need something here. I think I'm going to put this over here. Need a bunch of coffee when you're making that. Okay, now we need one more little this, you know, this might not go with the theme, but it's the colors are good. I want one other thing up here. Oh, let's do maybe the bookshelf would be cute. I think we need to ground that in something too. I don't want the design. I'm okay with this. What do you think? I know. Hopefully I'll get my order very soon. Okay, let's just do this. Put these down. I do have my, I do have a Stampin' Seal. So I have that, and I have my ATG. I got plenty of ATG. I just don't like to use that on these small things. But that one feels pretty close to running out. Now, I'm going to put this so that it doesn't really go over the picture because I put glue on, you know, it's a glue on it. I don't want to glue the picture down because I don't actually have the picture there. I just have the placeholder. So put this here, the little pattern, and then we'll pop up the, let's pop up the coffee mug or the tea. Actually, I kind of like this because the title Stitches in Time makes me think like I've got grandma sitting here with, you know, in her lounge chair telling me about her quilts. Uh-oh, look at that, guys. Ah! Let's use the Stampin' Seal for that, but you guys will see that I'm not good at this yet. Okay, I'll put this here. And I did not put adhesive on the top because that's kind of going over those. And I want to be able to change the pictures. Okay, I'm going to put this down. Okay. And this is like going over the journaling square, so that doesn't matter so much. Okay, put that there. I'm going to pop up the pin cushion. Yeah, at least I got the letter stuck down. I wonder if I have my X that I can run it through. Okay, now what are we thinking about this? Do we want this is like in my quilt room. I got a little decorations. Should I put the flower or the camera? Or I could cut out some yarn or something, but what do you think? Vote. I think I'm leaning towards the bookshelf, mainly because I added the chair. And I'm going to pop this up too, because I kind of want 3 things popped up. Now, if you want, you could, let me get this placed and then you could put your title along the bottom and then put more pictures here if you wanted to. Yeah, I like the books too. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't know if I have gems or anything to put on here that I like. It might be cute to, like, I should have maybe done some stitching on it. Maybe I'll do that. What do you guys think? I don't want to ruin it though. You think I should stitch it with the black? What color is this? This is black. Should I do some stitching along there? Let's see how it looks on this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do stitching? I could maybe think about it. And I have the black. If you think about it before you put these down, you could actually put it through your sewing machine. Okay. Let me take just a minute. I want to show you the new Stampin' platform. And then if anybody really thinks I need to add stitching to the blue, let me know. Okay, so here's the Stampin' platform. And I am going to do a, like I said, a live about it. So it comes with the base. And the base does have this, like it's not rubber, it's like a foam, which does make it kind of stay in place. And then there's this, the bigger plate, if you want to put a big stamp on it. Let's see if I have any stamps right here. I don't have any big stamps, but not right here. But what you do is you put it on here, and you put your paper in here. You know, you put your paper down. You use these to, well, these are pretty, you know, hold your paper down, put the stamp here. And then what I really like about it is, I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of has like a pushy a brown for the stitching. I do have a brown pen. And then you push it down. So let me get a stamp. Actually, this would be a really good set to use this because it's a 2-layer stamp. So, you know, what you do is you, okay, place where you want it. I just got these 2 little holes here that go on the notches. That picks it up. Then you ink it up and then put it down. And then it's not touching the paper yet. And then you can push it down like that. So that's cool. And then it comes with this piece also that what you can do with this is make like, say you wanted to make a line of hearts going across your page or something. You put it here. You put your heart on here, you line it up here first, stamp, move it down to here, stamp, you know. So it's like you can make it go clear across your page. And because it doesn't have anything on the corners, you can put a 12 by 12. Like I thought about doing the letters for this. So like you can put and it's got these little like things here to guide the paper. So I could have done like I, you know, T, C, or you know, whatever going across. But it fits your 12 by 12 paper in. And I think you'd be able to do the whole page because this goes down, I'd say about 6 inches. And then you could turn it and do the other side, I guess. I don't know. So this is, I think, to do equal things around or smaller stamps, I guess. But like I said, I still need to play around with it. But what I was saying about, did I put that stamp away? So I could stamp this, right? Take it off. It's on my, got the flower on here. Then I get the detail piece, line it up on my flower just how I want it, and then pick it up with, you know, with this, ink it up, and then put it down, and it was going to be exactly where you want it, right on top of the first layer. So this will be really good for 2-step stamping. And why I'm showing you this is if you sign up to become a demonstrator, you get this for free this month. Plus you get your regular, you know, package, regular package. Okay, I just wanted to quickly show that to you. I am gonna, I think, do a live sometime next week. Here's what we did today. Next week, we're going to use the same suite, but we're going to be making these, I'm calling them easy step cards. So it's kind of like a lounge chair card with the center step. So an easy center step card. And I did a living room one, a book one, a birthday for the books, and I did a sewing one. So these are what we're going to make next week. I am going to have the paper pumpkin kit together on Tuesday. So Tuesday night, we're going to be making the Celebrate Spring spring cards, Easter cards. So that's what we're going to do on Tuesday. The March paper pumpkin is something with hummingbirds, and you can order that or subscribe up to March 10th. So, okay, thanks for joining. I really love the suite because this is the same layout, but you can see it's different. I mean, you've got the sewing, you've got the skincare. I could have done books, I could have done kitchen. So there's a lot of things in this hobby haven. So I really, really like it. So I hope you enjoyed it, but this is also an easy layout to do with any paper. This could be, right, it could be any pattern paper that you have, any suite, right? We can do with the Valentine suite if you want to do your Valentine pictures, you know, whatever. So, okay, thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you Tuesday maybe for the kit together, or next Sunday where we're putting together those center step cards. Thanks for watching. Bye.